That is your end product. End product of spaghetti and pate.
Well guys, it's that time of the month. That's right, the unequivocal description of our monthly check-in on the greatest YouTube chef the planet has ever seen, Kay's Cooking. To keep the balance of the universe in check, once a month I must venture into foreign territory and face the nightmare that is British cooking. Now I've got to be honest, over the last 6 months or so I have seen less and less from Kay that I would deem video worthy. I would say that she's getting better at cooking, but if I had to be honest, I really think what's happening here is she's only trying recipes that have like 3 ingredients. So really, there's only so much opportunity for error, and usually things go pretty smoothly. However, at the end of the day, we're still dealing with a professional British cook here, so every now and then, no matter how much she tries to suppress it, that true British cooking flair pops through, and we get a show. Which is exactly what we're going to be seeing today with one of Kay's most recent videos, spaghetti and patty. What does that mean? I don't really know, but hey, we're about to find out. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking again, and today I'm going to be doing a spaghetti and mince meat meal.
Okay, so when you tell me you're going to be making something with spaghetti and mincemeat, to me that just sounds like you're making spaghetti, but based off the way she's wording this, I feel like that can't be the case. A little bit worried, not gonna lie.
And then I'm going to add some spaghetti. Yeah, I know I didn't show you, but I've just showing you now. I've put some spaghetti in a pan. You saw me add the salt, and well, now it's just going to, well, eventually start boiling, and then it'll be done.
Alrighty, Kay, so a few problems right off the bat. That's linguine, not spaghetti. There is a difference. Secondly, your water is not boiling. Now, me personally never really heard of the warm bath method to cook your pasta. I've always been a pretty big believer in boiling your water and then putting the pasta into it, but who am I to question Kay?
You probably can't see very well, but the spaghetti is now all started boiling. I know there's little bits sticking up. Just push them down, put the lid on, and that's that doing.
Alright, so let's all just real quickly take a mental note. This video is about 15 minutes long, and this pasta started boiling right around the 2-minute mark. This might seem like useless information right now, but just stick with me, okay?
Right, after I made the bowl, I've got to flatten it out and put it in a pan as though I'm making patties. Is that the word? Yeah, patties. So I know I've only put one in, but I'm going to do the rest and put the rest in, and then I will show you them all cooking away. I had the pan turned down to a medium heat now. I have whacked it up.
I'm honestly thrilled to hear this because we have seen far too many videos where Kay cooks something on the lowest temperature possible for like 45 minutes instead of just turning the heat up and cooking it normally. I would bet money that Kay is the kind of person who does not believe in preheating an oven, because it doesn't seem like she believes in preheating anything. Her water for her pasta wasn't boiling when she put her pasta in, and this ground beef is sitting on this pan in complete silence. Heat is good for cooking, Kay. You don't have to be afraid of it.
Well, I had a failed attempt at trying to turn that one over, but I don't know if you can see this little one. Ow. Not in my eye, please. I don't know if you can see him. You see I'm touching him. Can you see? Right, there's a little one here. Can you see it? Yeah, you can. There's a little one here. That's done. Well, it's not done. It's partly done. I'll turn that over because, like I said, when I turn the other one over, well, it was a disaster. It fell apart.
Alright, so this is where I start to get pretty confused on what the vision for this recipe actually is. Spoiler alert, really sorry to do this to you guys, ruin the big reveal, but at the end, we're gonna see that this is just meat and noodles. So I don't really understand why Kay thinks it's so necessary for these to remain in patty form. None of them were really in patty form to begin with, so I don't know why you would just not crush this up and make it easier on yourself. Why worry about keeping it all together when it makes no difference?
Now it says in the same pan, add 235 millilitres. God, I thought I was going to burn over. Don't add 235 millilitres of shit.
Wait, no, what is this mystery liquid, Kay? You can't tell us what it's not and then just leave us in the dark. I mean, I'm assuming it's just like beef broth or something, but I need an answer. And a man like me, I'm gonna try and find answers for myself. So obviously Kay is following some sort of recipe here. She keeps referring to something, saying something, so she's following something. And I really tried to do my due diligence here. I copied a bunch of the phrases that she was saying into Google, seeing if I could find anything, but I can't find a single recipe on the internet that combines patties and what appears to be some sort of gravy and linguine. So I'm not really sure what to think here. My best guess is that she found a recipe for something that appears to be similar to a hamburger steak, and then she decided the best thing to pair that with is plain linguine. Again, guys, not really sure what's going on over there in Britain, but we might need to step in at some point.
So it says to add 2 tablespoons of flour. Did I put the garlic in? Yes, I did. You did. You did put the garlic in, Kay. And I'm going to add some salty and peppery, and I'm going to stir like crazy to make it all into a sauce. That's what it's got to be, a sauce.
Guys, I think it's time we have a serious talk about what might be a very real possibility. It's something I've never really considered until these last few videos I've watched of Kay's. Are we sure this isn't all one elaborate joke? I mean, the more I really listen, the more I really pay attention, I feel like some of this stuff just doesn't add up. Saltier, pepperay, forgetting the word sauce, creating abominations like hamburger patties and plain pasta. I mean, I know these people are British, so there's a real possibility that this is just normal everyday life to them. I'm open to it, okay, I wouldn't be super surprised, but occasionally this just doesn't feel genuine, I've got to be honest. This is something I never thought I'd think of Kay, but here we are.
I'm putting sauce, this, you know this sauce here? I'm putting, yeah, you can see, yeah. And I'm putting that on my burger. Turn that off, Kay, because it's done. Wait one moment, I don't even know how to turn my own cooker off. Wait, stop. And that, you can't see, that is your end product. End product of spaghetti and pate.
Okay, so objectively, okay, this is not a mean comment. I feel like this is fair. This looks like a plate of tapeworms. This is genuinely one of the least appetizing things I think Kay has ever made, and I don't know why, because like it's really nothing bad. It's just a patty with pasta, but something about this looks inedible. Now, do you remember when I brought up when the pasta began to cook and how long this video was? Well, that's because based off of my calculations, this pasta cooked for about 9 minutes on camera, which I've got to imagine translates to at least like 20 minutes total. So not only does this pasta look like a tapeworm special, it probably has the worst consistency and texture ever. Anyway, she goes on to give what might be the greatest food review ever. I'll let you take a listen.
It just tastes like a patty, like mincemeat with salt and pepper mixed in it.
She then proceeds to call this meal very, very nice. Look, I know we give British people a pretty hard time on this channel, but it's stuff like this that makes it pretty easy to do. When I think of very nice tasting food, ground beef with salt and pepper on it is not exactly what pops into mind first. Is it really that bad over there, guys? Like, I need a genuine answer. I've been to London, but I was only there for like 4 hours. Is the food really just this bad across the board? I mean, my mind tells me there's no way, but I've never seen any British cooking that looks good. The only distinctly English thing I can think of that I'd ever want to try is a beef Wellington. But other than that, everything I've seen has been comically bad. Are we getting pranked? Well, guys, what do you think? What are your thoughts on the hamburger tapeworm Sunday special? Like I said, there's no real reason to dislike this as much as I do, so I'm perfectly okay with you guys making fun of me for not liking this. But just something about the presentation, something about the way it looks, I just can't get behind it, okay? Maybe it's just my inner founding father coming through, the true patriot in me, shining bright, and not allowing me to like anything even British adjacent. Maybe, but I think it might be just because it looks gross. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.